Hello there, my beautiful people. How are we on this beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, midnight, twilight, whatever it is, wherever you are in the world at this point in time? It's a beautiful day, and I got home from school, couldn't be bothered to change out of my uniform, and thought I want to narrate a Little Cup match. So that is what I am doing, bringing you a Little Cup match that I had against Super Wii 64 Cube, aka the unlucky one, on Pokemon Showdown, laddering, and I just thought, yes, why the fuck not? Weekly uploads from now on is going to be a thing. Hopefully every week I will bring you a match from a variety of tiers, hopefully, because weekly is the kind of thing that I have time to do, and it's kind of regular-ish, and yes, it takes a lot of time to narrate and edit this much. But yes, let's get into the team preview. My team, I'm using user Corkscrew's team because he made it and it's absolutely fantastic. I am too lazy to build my own. And yeah, so you may as well use it. It's absolutely fantastic. Bulky everything. Scarf Nova, Eviolite, everything else. Bulk up Timber, Subroost Offensive, Murkrow, Nasty Plot, Taunt, Mist Reverse, and then kind of bulky pivots in Chinchou and Magnemite, and it's absolutely fantastic. Kind of focused on a clean of Murkrow or anything else, pretty much. Anyway, I'm going to use Mist Reverse with a Magnemite, then I'm going to switch in my Chinchou, predicting him to maybe do something, whatever. I know Chinchou pretty much switches down Magnemite. Anyway, he's going to predict that very nicely indeed, bringing his Snova. Obviously, I'm going to be scared out of there by the Giga Drain, not wanting to take anything, going to my Magnemite. Unfortunately, the person I am playing against is an absolutely fantastic player. He's going to predict the Magnemite switching. Then I know I can live another hidden Power Fire, take him out with a Flash Cannon. Unfortunately, he's going to get a critical hit, which is never a good way to start the battle. Anyway, my Timber's going to come in. I'm going to go for the Bulk Up, knowing he's probably going to want to switch out of there, preserving his Snova for later in the game. I go for a Bulk Up on the switch, because it's going to allow me to score an absolutely massive hit on this Mienfoo, taking it out in conjunction with hail damage, so that's a massive threat. Gone by turn 5, which is absolutely fantastic. Anyway, he's going to bring in his Murkrow, and I know even at +1 defense, without my Eviolite, I am not going to be living a Brave Bird from that thing. I just go straight into my Chinchou because it resists the Brave Bird and has incredible bulk along with Eviolite and highly investiness. Anyway, I make a bad play. I'm going to predict him to switch out, and because I don't carry the Volt Switch. In fact, I was bluffing having the electric move. He's going to not buy the bluff, indeed, and just go for a substitute, which is going to, and I double switch into my Timber. Not the best play on my part, but it's going to force me to stay and break the sub with a Mach Punch, and then sack my Timber. So I'm going to bring in my Snova, just Ice Shard the Murkrow, but he brings in the Mist Reverse, which is fair enough. Then he's going to go for the Will-O-Wisp as I bring in my Chinchou. Now he's going to hit me with a Shadow Ball. I can rest off the Will-O-Wisp and all the damage. I'm just going to live this Shadow Ball. But yeah, I'm going to be able to get off rest. Absolutely fantastic. Get back up to a range of health, which is a good thing. And Hail is going to be whittling away both of our healths. He switches out of there into his Snova, seeing this as an opportunity to set up. I go into my Murkrow. It doesn't quite work out as well for me because 90% of Snova scarfed, probably even more than that. I'm going to set up a sub just to scout out, and he goes to the Blizzard, suggesting to me that he is indeed scarfed. Then he's going to predict my switch. He goes out to his Magnemite. He probably doesn't predict the switch into Chinchou, though. I go into my Chinchou. Then I don't know quite what he thought here. Maybe he predicted the switch. Well, he definitely predicted the switch, because he's going to go for the Volt Switch here. And I know that he's a fantastic player, and he wouldn't do that anyway. But basically, he's going to realize the mistake here. Just switch straight out of there, go into his Snova to threaten me out with a Giga Drain. Unfortunately for him, I pulled the Scold on the switch as the Sleep Talk and managed to nab a sweet, juicy burn on that Snova, which is going to help me whittle that thing down. And then I'm going to switch in my own Snova, predicting the Giga Drain, because it's pretty much the best thing I had to take. I wanted to be safe, didn't want to switch in Murkrow, who would take the Giga Drain very well indeed, in case he predicted that and went for the Blizzard. Anyway, it's kind of Snova versus Snova here, but since he's locked into Giga Drain and is burned, I'm going to lock myself into Blizzard. I am going to come out on top of this matchup, winning the second speed tie, which is absolutely fantastic. Then he brings in his Magnemite, knowing that he walls Snova pretty much and can take me out with a Flash Cannon if he wants to do so, but he predicts the switch there very nicely. As I go into my Chinchou, he goes into his double switches into his Misdreavus. Very nice on his part indeed, because it means he's going to be able to set up a nasty plot on the Switch. Not too concerned about it, as long as I don't play like a fucking idiot with Murkrow. But you all know what happens when all you have to do is not play like an idiot. You play like a fucking idiot. So I'm going to tell him sub as he goes for the hidden power, and then I was like, oh, he doesn't carry Will-O-Wisp, but it's cool. No, he's a fantastic player. He was obviously predicting me to go for the sub on that turn, then predicted me to Sucker Punch just there, goes for the Will-O-Wisp, taking my Murkrow out of action pretty much. I'm just going to go for the Brave Birds, maybe, I should have gone for the Sucker Punch, but whatever. Brave Bird is going to take him down to a range which is going to be easily revenged by Snova. However, he's going to switch out of there, bringing in his Staryu. As I hit that thing with the Blizzard, it does an okay chunk of damage considering Staryu is quite bulky and resists it. I'm going to switch the hell out of there because I know that I can't really touch it. He goes for the Hydro Pump on the Switch, and Chinchou can take that thing on fantastically. And he switches out of there, obviously, goes into his Murkrow, thinking that he's going to have an opportunity to roost up. Unfortunately, I predict that, bringing my Snova, which was a nice play on my part, if I do say so myself. Then he's going to go into his Magnemite, take the Ice Shard very easily indeed, because it does resist it. Magnemite is quite bulky along with Eevee, which is what most of them run nowadays. Then I'm going to bring in my Chinchou, just because it completely shuts down Magnemite. Unfortunately, he predicts the switch again, goes into his Murkrow, and I'm like, fuck you. No, not really, it was a great play on his part. He is going to be able to get off a roost this time, which is quite unfortunate. As I bring in my Snova, but a bit too late to stop him going for the roost, whatever. I go for the Ice Shard, predicting him to Sucker Punch instead of going for the Blizzard, because that's what I did last time, so that was a nice play, I guess. He's going to go for the Sucker Punch. Then I'm just going to stay in, may as well Ice Shard, see what he wants to switch to, or indeed, in this case, stay in and sack his Murkrow. I'm not quite sure what he's thinking here either. Misdreavus comes in, dies to an Ice Shard, which is cool. Then he brings in what he should have done last turn, Magnemite. I'm just going to switch in Chinchou. Again, every time I've done that, he's predicted the switch. I've been playing quite obviously this game, really not playing well. He's been kind of outplaying me. Anyway, he goes for the Hydro Pump as the Chinchou comes in. Unfortunately, what is going to happen here is something bad. Chinchou should be able to take on Staryu very well indeed, because, well, you can see why it doesn't. He gets a critical hit on the Hydro Pump, and I'm going to be like, shit. No, it's alright, because what I can do, bring in Snova to finish off the game, take out the Staryu with a Giga Drain, then Magnemite's going to come in. I may as well just stay and hit that thing with a Giga Drain, get some damage on it, which is not going to be enough. He's going to take me out with a Hidden Power Fire, and then I can bring in my Misdreavus to finish off the game with a Hidden Power Fighting, taking out the Magnemite. So that was a very close, very fantastic game, if I do say so myself, Super Wii. So thank you for that, and I will, yeah, it was a great game. Let me know if you actually watched this in HD, because I spent a while rendering it in HD, and I'm not sure if it actually works. In fact, I might not even render this in HD. It depends how lazy I'm feeling, whatever. If you want it in HD, say, I want it in HD, because I like to see your beautiful face in high definition. Whatever, don't say that, that will creep me out a bit, but, hey, anyway, this has been Icicle Fish signing out. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Peace!